What's going on, guys? It's Cimoooooooo. So today I'm bringing to you a Thunder Dragon combo tutorial. Yesterday I brought to you an introduction to Thunder Dragons, so if you're looking for something that kind of covers each of the individual cards more in depth, that's going to be a video you're definitely going to want to check out. But today we're going to be covering some basic combos that the deck can perform and are actually pretty formidable given the current competitive environment. So we got 5 combos to cover, so I want to get right into it. But before we do, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss a single upload. And if you really love these videos or any of the other content that I produce, then consider supporting me via Patreon or becoming a YouTube channel member, because it's thanks to people like Richie that I'm able to bring you this content on a daily basis. So if you're interested, hit the join button down below or check out the links in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so combo number 1 is going to take advantage of a single card, Gold Sarcophagus. Now, Gold Sarcophagus is kind of instrumental to this deck's success. It's pretty much the best starter the deck has. It's not once per turn, and if anything, if you don't get any other good cards in your hand, you know that if you see Gold Sarc, you're going to be in pretty okay shape. So, what you're going to do is you're going to use Gold Sarc, and you're going to banish a copy of Thunder Dragon Dark. Shout out to MST TV for hitting me up with these proxies, because otherwise we'd have to wait for the cards to get released. So be sure to check out his channel. I think you might have the proxies somewhere on his Thunder Dragon videos as well, so be sure to check that out. But since we went ahead and used our Dragon Dark, since it's banished, we can go ahead and activate its effect to add a copy of Thunder Dragonhawk from our deck to our hand. We can pitch that Dragonhawk to special summon the Dragon Dark back to our field. Then, since we went ahead and discarded a Thunder monster and used its effect, we can tribute that off to summon Thunder Dragon Colossus. Very simple. It gets our win condition on the board. And again, if anything, if you don't have any other plays, you have the Thunder Dragon Colossus with 2 cards in the graveyard to protect it, so that's pretty good. So combo number 2 takes advantage of 2 cards, Battery Mansoor and Thunder Dragon Roar. Now, Battery Mansoor is another card that basically is instrumental to this deck's success, and you're going to be seeing a lot of it. It's kind of like the best normal summon outside of the Matrix, but again, very powerful card, and you're going to see why here and also in some later combos as well. So for this combo, we're going to go ahead and start by normal summoning our Battery Mansoor, and we're going to send a copy of Dragon Matrix to the graveyard. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and use our Dragon Roar's effect to discard it to add the Matrix back to our hand. Now, since we went ahead and discarded a Thunder and used its effect, we can go ahead and tribute off the Battery Mansoor to summon out our Colossus. Now what we can go ahead and do is banish both the Colossus and the Matrix to go ahead and summon Thunder Dragon Titan. And since we banished our Dragon Matrix, we can trigger its effect to go ahead and add another copy of itself from our deck to our hand. So you don't get any card advantage from this, and drawing the Dragon Roar is something you really don't want to do in this deck, but this just goes to show that depending on the composition of your hand, you can actually end with a pretty decent board. If you want to end on the Colossus, it's fine, but this shows that you can actually go into a Thunder Dragon Titan and have a card that you can discard that during your opponent's turn, you can disrupt some of their plays. Not to mention, you have at least 1 Thunder Dragon engraved to banish, or excuse me, you have 2 cards total to go ahead and protect that Lord, so it's going to have a little bit of protection. Not the worst play, but it's pretty decent for what it is. Alright, so combo number 3 is going to utilize Thunder Dragon and Gold Sarcophagus, and we're going to end with a pretty decent board. It's going to be a +2 in terms of card advantage. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by pitching off this Thunder Dragon to go ahead and add 2 more copies to your hand. That's going to go ahead and satisfy the requirement for our Colossus. Now we're going to go ahead and use Gold Sarc, and we're going to go ahead and banish a copy of Bestial, or excuse me, Thunder Dragon Roar. So the OCG names are on these proxies, I apologize. So now that we banished the Dragon Roar, we can go ahead and activate its effect, and we're going to go ahead and summon our Thunder Dragon Dark. Now with this, we can go ahead and tribute off the Dragon Dark to go ahead and summon our Colossus, because we discarded a Thunder monster by activating its effect in the hand. Now, since this was sent from the field to the graveyard, we can go ahead and add another Thunder Dragon monster to our hand. So we're going to go ahead and add Hawk. Now we can discard the Hawk to go ahead and resurrect one of our engrave or banished Thunder Dragons. So we're going to go ahead and get Dragon Roar back to the field. So we ended up on a +2. It's not the best play because these Thunder Dragons don't really do anything, but you do have a Colossus with protection. You also have a Dragon Roar, which if it gets destroyed, basically you're going to be able to just bring something else back out of your deck. And these Thunder Dragons can be used on your next turn either for fodder or just a bunch of other different things. Maybe if you go into Titan or something like that. So it's kind of like pseudo advantage, but again, for what it is, it's pretty decent. Alright, so combo number 4 is going to take advantage of Battery Mansoor and Gold Sarcophagus. Now, this won't come up too often because you are relying on getting, you know, a 1 of 3 and a 1 of 3, and there's basically really no way to search these. I mean, I guess you could technically search Battery Mansoor from Thunder Dragon Fusion, but this won't come up too often, but this is a pretty cool board too. So what you're going to do is you're going to summon your Battery Mansoor, and you're going to send a copy of Dragon Matrix to the graveyard. And then we're going to activate Gold Sark, and we're going to go ahead and banish a copy of Dragon Roar. Now, Dragon Roar is going to go ahead and trigger, which is going to special summon us a copy of Dragon Dark. That's going to go ahead and trigger the effect of our Solar Battery Man, which is going to give us a token. Now, from here, we can go ahead and link off the token as well as the Dragon Dark for our Link monster, Summer Summoner. Now, since this went from the field to the graveyard, we can trigger its effect to go ahead and add another card to our hand. In this case, I think we'll go ahead and add a copy of, well, let's go ahead and go with Thunder Dragon here. Now from here, what we can do is we can go ahead and use our Solar Battery Man as fusion material to go ahead and bring out our Thunder Dragon Colossus. Now the thing is here, this is pretty much the end board. We can go ahead and pitch this Thunder Dragon to get 2 more copies. And what's better about this board compared to the previous board is that we can actually take advantage of the effect of Summer Summoner during our opponent's turn, because during their turn we can discard this Thunder Dragon. We can resurrect something like, let's say, the Dragon Dark, and now we actually got to do something with the Thunder Dragons, where in the previous combo, the Thunder Dragons were kind of just sitting in the hand. You could also keep going. You could resurrect the Dragon Matrix instead, and you can do some combos, making a Titan if you wish with this combo. There's a lot of different variants, but that's kind of just one I wanted to show you here. Alright guys, it's time for the 5th and final combo. This one's probably my favorite because this makes probably the best board out of all the combos I've showed thus far. And this takes advantage of Solar Battery Man and Thunder Dragon Hawk. So we're going to start by using our Solar Battery Man, and we are going to go ahead and send a copy of Dragon Dark to our graveyard. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our Dragon Hawk, discarding it to resurrect the Dragon Dark that we just sent. That's going to trigger our Solar Battery Man and give us a token. Now, very similarly to our last play, we're going to go ahead and link off the Dragon Dark as well as the token for our Summer Summoner. Now, since this was sent from the field to the graveyard, we can trigger its effect to add a copy of Dragon Roar from our deck to our hand. Now from here, what we're going to do is, since we have pitched a monster, we pitched the Dragon Hawk, we can go ahead and tribute this off to summon our Thunder Dragon Colossus. And now since we have Colossus on the field, we can banish Colossus as well as the Dragon Roar to go ahead and summon our Thunder Dragon Titan. Since we banished our Thunder Dragon Roar, we can trigger its effect to go ahead and summon a copy of Thunder Dragon Matrix out to the field. And since you can do that as many times as you want with Colossus, we're going to go ahead and tribute off this Matrix to go ahead and summon another copy of Colossus. And that's going to trigger our Matrix, adding a copy of Matrix from our deck to our hand. So this is your ending board. You have a Thunder Dragon Titan, you have a Thunder Dragon Colossus, you have some Summer Summoner, which isn't really too relevant, but if they remove one of these, you can use its effect potentially, and you have a card you can pitch for the Titan to be able to disrupt your opponent during their turn, and you've got plenty of Thunder Dragons in your graveyard to be able to protect both of these monsters. This is probably one of my favorite plays, and this really showcases what the deck is capable of doing. For the purposes of this video, I only showed you guys 1 and 2 card combos, but when you get into 3 card combos, this deck starts to get crazy. You can do stuff like double Thunder Dragon Colossus and Titan very easily through just a myriad of different combinations, and that's when this deck really starts to shine. But guys, that's going to do it for the video. video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this combo tutorial, and if there's any other cool combos you want to go ahead and share with everyone, I think we'd all really love to hear your thoughts. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always, subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content, and if you really found this video helpful, consider supporting me via Patreon or becoming a YouTube channel member, because just by showing your support in any way that you can, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.